Welcome to a special edition on the big exclusive network of Women's Wellness Wednesday. This is a very new show we trying on the big exclusive network, and I'm super excited to have a very special lady here to discuss women's health and or her journey. I am only here to be a moderator, facilitator, or conduit to help the ladies get the information out. If you want to join Women's Wellness Wednesday, if you want to do the next one, shoot me an inbox, shoot me an email at therealbigexclusive@gmail.com. Excited, very excited to have this guest on here today. Some of you who are tuned in probably already know her. You see her in the comments on every show. She is the big exclusive network sister, entrepreneur, and owner of Concrete Rose Candle Company. Some of you see her in the comments as Miss Tireca Bright. I call her Lil Sis. Please welcome to Women's Wellness Wednesday, Miss Tireca Bright. Hello.
Hello. Thank you,
How
Shane.
are you? How
Intro.
are you?
I'm well. That was a beautiful intro. Thank you so much.
Glad I can help. First and foremost, I got to do my 1-2. Major shout out to your producer, my brother Tim. Y'all know him in the comments as Tim Davis. That is her fiance. That's my boy. We gonna see if he can be part of the Goonie gang for whatever that's worth. But family, this is a very important show, very important episode. I need you guys to make sure you are sharing the show. Please share the show. It's very important that we get this information out to the people. Tireca was generous enough to give us her time this evening to discuss her health, what she just experienced and what she went through. I'm not going to let the cat out the bag. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step to the side and let Reek give you a little bit about herself, a little bit about her company. Again, Concrete Rose Candle Company. Right there. Boom. Look at that. Ain't that purdy? That is purdy. Um, and then we're going to get into some women's health and wellness based off of what she went through. I have plenty of questions for you. If you have a question, please start putting your questions in the comments right now. First, let's give a shout out to Miss Carol Renee Brown. Good evening, Miss Brown. I would love to have you on Women's Wellness Wednesday. You come on and tell your story. Tay Boogie, good evening. Mimi, good evening. Super producer Mimi Santana is behind the scenes working her magic with Big Exclusive. Super appreciate her. Miss Brown share. Nikisha, what's going on with you this evening? Good evening to you. And Tiffany Ann Dennis, you know she's sliding in with the good evening, and I know she shared, and I appreciate it. Dollar to a donut, Tiff Gray tagging all her friends. Up, Miss Dominique Godwin. She is the host of that Melanated Vibrations. Make sure you tune in for that debut February 6th. It's going to be a very good one. I love everything she's doing behind the scenes, so shout out to her. Her show is going to be special. I hope you guys tune in for that as well. So, Reek, I'm going to bring you on screen. I'm going to step to the side. I'm going to let you tell the people a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your journey as an entrepreneur, and then we're going to jump into your health and well-being. I know you just went through something, and this is the whole point of doing this, is to, number one, introduce you as Big Exclusive Network family. People see you in the comments, and you be showing love, and you be sharing everything, and they like, well, who is this lady? What is she doing over here? So this is a perfect opportunity to get, for the people to get to know you. First, last, good evening, ladies. Gentlemen, please, if you have any questions, I know you're going to have questions once she start talking, put them in the chat. I'm going to highlight them, and I'm going to make sure I get to ask those questions. Reek, time's yours.
That was a beautiful intro, Shannon. And thank you for having me on your platform. We are family, and here we go. So, my name is Tireca Bright, and I am the owner and operator of Concrete Rose Candle. Introed a few minutes ago. My business is 1 year old this month, so shout out to Concrete Rose Candle Co. And I'm so excited to continue to grow. I'm from Bryn Mawr, PA. I'm currently in Philadelphia, PA, so I'm spreading the roots. I plan to open a candle shop in Lower Marion, on the main line where I'm originally from. But we can get to that in a little bit too. Just wanted to give you a little tidbit of information about that. Again, this is women's wellness. I'm here to be as transparent as possible. I think that women need to, in all facets, especially in wellness, and that encompasses physical wellness, even wellness. So, with that being said, Shannon, I'd like to just dive right in. If you oppose, let me know. If not, we can get to it.
Nah, I want you to dive straight in, do your thing. Just make sure you speak up a little bit so the folks can hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. So recently I went through, a surgery. I want to make sure that I'm respectful to others who may have gone through this experience as well. So, prior to my diagnosed with a condition called endometriosis, some women may know about it. Some women may not know about it. Some women may have questions about it. It's an abnormal tissue that grows outside the uterus. It causes pain. It causes debilitating pain. Not only does it really takes a toll on your body, and for years I have suffered with that. Is something that really, put a halt on a lot of different things. In my teenage years, I can remember not being able to do certain things because I was hindered by my menstrual. And, that was rough. When you want to, run track, when you want to play field hockey and you're actually good at it, but because of the debilitating pain, and people just not realizing it's just not cramps. And so that's again why I want to talk about wellness, the physical piece, the emotional piece, and the social piece. And a young woman, says, I have cramps, listen. When an older woman says, I have cramps, listen. I encourage hydration. That's really important with the conditions. And so, yeah, after many a years of, I will, it was time for me to make a decision. I did not want to be in debilitating pain anymore. Sleepless nights, vomiting, bleeding. We're adults. We're talking about wellness. Clotting. Those are some of the things that occur when you have endometriosis. I also have, we found out during the surgery that I had something else going on as well. And it is like the cousin of endometriosis. It's ademetriosis. And inside. So, monthly, what I was going through, it was rough. They take a toll. When you have these things going on, and if you don't have a partner who is supportive, if you don't have a partner who really truly understands ruin things, it could end relationship in the sex.
Rick, we having some trouble with your signal. It keeps going.
Was it painful? Yes. Did it hurt? Yes. Was he aware? Yes.
Rick, can you hear me?
Was he supportive? 1,000%. I've been with this man 30. I can't hear you now. No.
Yeah, we getting a lot of skips and pauses, like it's a weak signal. I'm not sure if we need to get you closer to the Wi-Fi or switch to the cellular signal. So I'm gonna bring you down for this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring you down for a second, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the pictures and the videos of your journey, and hopefully we can get a little better signal when I bring you back up, because they missed a lot of the information because I missed a lot of it on my end. Stan, what's up? I'll bring you right back in, okay? So that was Miss Tireca Bright telling you a little bit about her story. So what I'm gonna do is she wanted to share this experience of the surgery and having endometriosis, and I think she said it causes bleeding and cramps, and they weren't just normal bleeding and cramps. So she was making it a point to say, ladies, number one, listen to your body. If it's telling you something, get it checked out. It's always important to make sure you seek a doctor's opinion, get checked out, just to make sure it's nothing more than what it is going on. And fortunately, she went and she got checked out and she found out she had endometriosis, and she decided to get it taken care of. And this is a little bit of her journey with getting it. Now, there's a trigger warning here and a heads up. She asked the doctor to video her experience or the surgery, the actual surgery. So there are some things that could be sensitive to children. And if you are squeamish, you might want to look away. Okay. So we're going to play some videos, and we're going to hopefully Rika have her signal a little bit better, and we're going to bring her back up. But this was her experience.
Part 2, here we go. This is the check-in. That was quick and easy. 10:30 check-in time. I came right back to the room at 10:34. Checked out everything. They gave me stuff to prep, to clean. And then the IV started. Straight IV, no chaser. And we're ready. Welcome to questions. I'm welcome to suggestions. I'm welcome to comments. But this is my process, my journey, and I'd like to bring you guys with me. Part 2. Today is surgery day. I've been prepped. I'm pretty much ready to go. The questions that I had were definitely answered. I came in, I guess, more nervous with questions, but I definitely got them answered, so I'm doing okay. Family checked in. My fiance is here, so all is well. So I'll keep you guys posted. Right now, I guess this is pre-op. I should be headed back around noon. I'll check back in before then. Again, total hysterectomy. Cervix is being removed. Uterus is being removed. Tubes are being removed. Ovaries are staying. Here we go. Say a prayer.
My awesome patient wanted to share a hysterectomy with you, so let's go to the OR. This is her uterus. It has adenomyosis, which makes the uterus look round and full and causes super painful, really heavy periods. It's like a cousin of endometriosis, except instead of being outside of the uterus, it's inside the muscle. And those white things are the ovaries, and the sigmoid colon becoming the rectum behind. That's the appendix and the right colon. And you can watch my pinned video for a full steps of the hysterectomy. But here's a little clip of us suturing the vagina and tying the knots. And then she's 1 hour after surgery looking amazing, uterus and period free forever.
Hey guys, I feel great. I guess this is day 3. I had it on the 12th, and today is Saturday, 13/14. But yeah, I feel good. I think a lot of it has to do with the mental. I'm so ready for a better quality of life, and
This is her sharing a picture of her scars from surgery. And this is probably the dopest picture ever. And if you're a mom or you'll definitely feel this picture. It'll hit you right in the throat. But check this out. That's her son Stan, loving up all on mommy post surgery. And what you must realize is, what you guys have to realize is that the love of your family is medicine. The love of your kids is definitely medicine. And I think this is such a beautiful picture, and I appreciate Reek sharing it with us. And again, if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comments. I will highlight them and make sure she gets an opportunity to answer them. I'm going to bring her back on screen and see if she's ready. I definitely have some questions for her if she's ready. Let's see. Hey, Reek.
Hey, Shannon, I'm here. Can you hear me?
We could definitely hear you. No glitches as of yet. I'm glad we were able to get that fixed. Tell Tim I said thank you.
No problem.
You were going in and out in the beginning, and I don't want people to miss the information because I think is no apology. You can't apologize for the technology. That's not your fault. But what I want you to do is kind of reiterate what you was going through or what you were saying earlier, because like I said, it's important information. I don't want people to have missed it. A quick couple welcomes. Shout out to Deandra Cargill. She is in, and that's one half of the Unlatched podcast. Miss Brown says amen. Miss Lisa Carter, good evening. She said, hey, y'all. And the Savage, Randy, has walked in the building. Please, guys, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat, and I will be sure to ask those questions. Oh, Lord. What? Anyway, Reek, so go ahead. Give us the information again, because pretty much all of it was super choppy. So if you could just run through it, I would greatly appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you for being patient.
No problem. Thank you guys for tuning in and staying with us. My name is Tireca Bright. I am the owner-operator of Concrete Rose Candle Co. I am the Concrete Rose. There is a Concrete Rose in all of us. Again, I just recently went through a hysterectomy. I want to be respectful of those who went through it, those who have struggled through it, and also those women like myself who are empowered after it, if some can understand that. So prior to my surgery, I was going through debilitating pain for years. Probably at 6th grade is when I started my menstrual. Again, we're all adults. This is my journey. This is about my wellness. So I just want to be as transparent as possible, but also be respectful. So I started my period at 6th grade. And ever since then, they have been really bad, if you will. I want to bring attention to and highlight when a woman says she has cramps, listen to her. Advil doesn't help. It may and it may not. For a young lady like myself, it did not. A heating pad did not work. Times were many times worked up from school, middle school, because of my debilitating cramps. And I was too young, obviously, for a hysterectomy. I was too, I hadn't born any children. It wasn't even on the table for that conversation to be had. But there are women who do get this surgery done at age 18, at age 25. Everybody is different. My journey, that wasn't the case. So I struggled for years in pain. Sex was painful. I want to shout out my fiance, who has been with me through the thick and thin, through the endometriosis, through the cousin, the ademetriosis. And one is the endometriosis is abnormal tissue that grows outside the uterus. I had abnormal tissue that grew outside the uterus and inside. So debilitating pain is an understatement. And this was monthly. Sometimes my menstrual would last days. Sometimes, it just was, I was in bad shape for a really long time. My femininity, I couldn't be as feminine as I'd liked, because I always had to deal with bleeding in a couple of days. You know, I couldn't wear the cute outfit, or I couldn't wear the thong set, because it just, when it happened, and there's no controlling it. The clotting was bad. The bleeding itself was bad. Days prior to my surgery, my menstrual came on, and I was in debilitating pain, and it triggered something in me, and it wasn't a bad trigger. It was, you know, realization on why I'm doing it. I have a son. I have a child. Some women have a child and then have a hysterectomy. Some just aren't able to have children, but still need this type of surgery. And so my heart goes out to them. Respect goes out to them. My situation was different. You can see in the video excitement before the hysterectomy because of wanting a better quality of life, wanting to feel more feminine, if that makes sense, wanting to enjoy sex. You know, it shouldn't be a task, but it was painful, and he understood. And you know, I don't know if some men would have. I'd be eager to hear some men in the comments. I'd be eager to hear some women in the comments to see how, you know, would their mate be as understanding. I know sex weighs heavy in some relationships. Mine wasn't based off of that. We got a lot of love going on, and my wellness was important to him. So yeah, I recently went through a hysterectomy. It was my decision. It was a decision that was needed. There was no cure for what I had going on. It needed to come out. I do have my ovaries, so I'm not going to go into, you know, premenopausal stages. I may not. My recovery is different from everybody's. I'm in pretty good shape right now. I plan to tone up. But again, my recovery, so my surgery was, I guess, 6 days ago. It'll be 7 days tomorrow. I went to BJ's Monday. You listen to your body. Some people aren't able to get out of bed. I have been. I remember Shannon calling and checking up, and I'm calling him about business ideas, and he was like, wait, how are you? And I'm like, I'm great, I'm fine. And just to go back to the excitement in the video, the pre-surgery and post, the videos look so similar because I'm so happy about a better quality of life, if that makes sense. So it was needed. Excitement is what I feel. I don't feel less of a woman. There was people who, and maybe myself at one point, that felt like, okay, all my insides, you know, things that determine if I'm a woman are being taken out. And validation from myself and from family, you know, Tim, that doesn't make me less of a woman. But some people feel that way. They say depression may occur, but those are side effects that you get from, you know, from anything. If you eat red dye, you may get this. Everybody's different. My journey's different. My body's different. Some people wouldn't be sitting up talking right now doing an interview 6 days post, but there's a lot of mental that had to do with my situation. And I'm happy. I'm happy that I get to, you know, enjoy life in a different way and not be in debilitating pain. Monthly pain pills didn't help because you have to put food on your stomach. Food wouldn't last on my stomach because I would throw it up. So it wasn't about having a strong pain pill. The heating pad, it made me sick. Heat, my body was hot. My body would be hot to the temperature. People would see the pain in my face when my menstrual would happen. So again, if you guys have questions, if you need encouragement about your own wellness, advocate for yourself. Go get your pelvic exam. Go get your breast exam. Drink your water. You know, your vegetables. Hydrate your body. But when something is medically necessary, that's just what it may be, medically necessary.
So a couple things I wanted to say. was you was absolutely right. I called to check on you, and it was like, did she even have the surgery? Like, who like recovers from surgery in that way and so fast with such enthusiasm? Because again, your enthusiasm always it has such a positive effect on me. Um, and first of all, I appreciate you for that. Um, I appreciate you coming on and sharing your story. Uh, I also, because I'm a man, and it doesn't happen often, because the media and social media at that doesn't show how supportive men can be. And I think it's important to know and give Tim a shout out for one, his level of understanding, two, his level of support, and most importantly, his love for you and his family. As you know, your son. I was about to say his name, but I'm not sure if that was
You're
okay.
fine, Sharon.
But
You can say
okay,
it.
but yeah, you, Stan, and the dogs. And I know where he's from. We from the same place, and we're not always looked at. We tell people where we're from. We're not always looked at in the best light. But I just wanted to make sure Tim got some love for being supportive and understanding, and being a stand-up guy and standing by you and his family to make sure he was okay. Because that can most certainly be very trying for a man who loves a woman who's experiencing that, because like you said, sex was an issue. We're all adults here. We
Right.
all understand that sex is important in a relationship, and he's not, he's your fiance at this point, which means at some point soon he'll be your husband. And he knows all of that
Right.
stuff, and he still's like, yo, this is the love of my life. This is my person and who I want to be with for the rest of my life. And I just wanted to make sure Tim got his flowers for being that guy, because we don't get it enough. Now it's time for me to give you some flowers right quick, because number one, I'm super impressed from the day that we met. Your energy, number one. You're the hardest working woman. Um, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think who outworks you, but I can't think of anybody. And I know some pretty dope women. And I always say I'm blessed to have the friends that I have, and I'm blessed to have the partners that I have. And you quite certainly are remarkable. Your energy and your enthusiasm about your business is incredible, and I believe in you. And I see that mainline store coming soon. Um, you were up like right after surgery. We saw it in the video. It was an hour after surgery. You were like happy, smiling, waving. How much pain are you in now versus the amount of pain you were before?
That's a really good question. So I don't like I really was never in any pain. So the anesthesia, and hear me out. So the anesthesia was all that. Apparently, it lasts a couple days. I went in Thursday, came out Thursday. So same day surgery. I was loopy, if you will, probably up until Saturday morning. So when you ask about pain, I really wasn't in pain. I was sore. If I was sore. So I was prescribed oxycodone. I was prescribed Colace. I was prescribed laxative, the dissolvable, liquid form stuff, and ibuprofen or Motrin. So
So
I
the
go ahead.
oxycodone was for pain. The
Yeah.
Colace is a stool softener. Laxative speaks for itself.
Yes.
And the reason they give you
Yes.
the stool softener and the laxative is because narcotics can cause constipation, if I'm correct.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, you are. And the anesthesia slows up your bladder. So prior to leaving, I had to urinate. I didn't have to make a bowel movement. I just had to urinate. So once I
Right.
did that, I was really cleared to go. I was cleared to go from the hospital. So I haven't needed the oxycodone, Shannon. I haven't taken Motrin today at all. My incisions look really good. My incisions are all on the inside. So when my bandages come off, and I'll send a after picture as they come off as I shower, you won't see the 4 places they needed to go. So my body's gonna look great.
So wait,
yeah,
you
the pain
asked.
was the question. I'm not in any pain.
Shout out to Tim for being sturdy. That's great to see another man settling in for the long haul. That was Mike Montgomery. Nikisha said, thanks for sharing. Strong Tim Marche. Yes, I love it. Look at God. You asked for a special guest to be here before I continue my line of questioning. And I want to bring him in. This guy needs no introduction. So I'm not going to give him one. You know him when you see him.
Don't do me like that, Shannon. I can't get an intro too, man.
Okay, hold on. We have a special guest you invited. This guy is the prince, the crown prince of Aruba. He is an international player. He has multiple women, and he has one just to do his hair. He like to get his feet soaked, and he's the volunteer representative and spokesperson for Manscaped 4.0 platinum edition. We got none other than the player himself, Brethren Samuels.
Oh, how you doing, good brother? Thank you.
Did I do you
Tireca.
right? Did I do you right?
Yes, thank you. That was best. It's Brighton hair, Tireca.
So, Brethren,
Yes, sir.
what's her name?
Tireca.
There's a special way he says it. It's his way. Yeah.
So Lisa says, "Hey, Brethren, G."
Hey, Miss Carter, how you doing?
Miss Brown is laughing. Marche is cracking up. She done slipped up and hit the cat. Laugh. We know what kind of text. We know what kind of text you be sending, Marche.
Mm-hmm.
So, why'd you want to invite Brethren in to the Women's Wellness Wednesday?
Well, Shannon, he is the love doctor. Now, what definition? I mean, women, love, doctor. It all goes. You know, I wanted to, I guess, pick Brethren's brain on how he would deal with a woman who had such issues. So, you know, Brethren loves the ladies, and I just, you know, I want to know how he would deal with a situation if a female had some things going on and she needed you to be understanding and be there for her. Brethren, how would you take that? You know, how would you go through the journey? What would you do?
First of all, it depends on how long we've been together, and it depends on what was our goal of the relationship before we found out all these things. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes somebody could go through something and it'll change their temperature about what they want with the person that they're with. You know what I'm saying? They go from, oh, I'm using you to I need you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different things that plays into that. But when it comes to me per se, it depends on if I'm serious or not about her, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So,
but I did want to say this.
You know,
I did want to say this. I'm sorry. I commend you for your transparency and your honesty. This is something that I talk about a lot, and that's the communication aspect of things. This is the only way we're going to fix things. And you're helping men, if the men are paying attention, understand furthermore the things that our women go through. You understand? You're helping them understand furthermore what could be behind that attitude that you're taking so personal. You understand? So I commend you for your transparency. And all I want to say is this, Tim, I apologize for how delicately I'm about to talk to your woman. But I want to say this. Miss Tireca, you're beautiful. Just relax a little bit, baby. I can see your nerves coming through the camera. Okay? You got to relax. That's That's why it's all jittery and stuff over there, because you're sliding back and forth and you're changing the resolution of the camera. So it's freezing up on us. Just relax, baby. It's your story. It's your story, and everybody here is interested. Okay, live in your truth, baby.
Can I get a leg cross, Regimen?
There you go.
I want to read this comment. This is from Miss Sade Holland from the Shoddy Hour, Saturdays. I want to say at 11 o'clock on Heat 100 Radio. Please, Sade, let me know if I got that right. I don't want to butcher it, and I want to make sure I'm putting out, good information. I apologize if I did. But Sade said, I love how you're sharing your story, Rika. This is so necessary for women, especially women of color who may have challenges with their health or just going for the routine checkups. Rick, where'd you go?
Yeah, it's we need to not negate that.
You're not on camera. Your camera is off.
My camera's off?
Yeah, we can't see.
Turn it off.
My fault, Virgin. I'm sorry. We're gonna get it together.
Let's go. That's right, baby. It's the first show. It's all right. We got some kinks to work out. That's okay, baby.
Okay. Thank you for being so patient with me.
So, Bradford, while she gets her camera back on,
yes, sir.
I have a question for you.
You.
So, Reek said that for her, sex was painful, so the man, her fiance Tim, had to be very understanding when it came to, sex. What advice would you have for other men who are in committed relationships whose women are experiencing the same thing?
Patience and understanding. You got to have patience and understanding. I mean, this is if this is somebody that you're serious about. You understand? If it's somebody that you're serious about and you have all intentions of rocking out with them throughout their experience, you have to have some patience. If it's painful, you gotta take your time. Now, I'm not speaking on this particular situation that happened because, to my knowledge, this is a rare situation. But women in general, they're built differently down there. You can't go in there just with everybody. You understand? So just take your time, young man. Take your time and have some understanding. And I know this is going to be hard for most men to hear, but it must be said. We got to listen, baby. We got to listen. Don't hear them. We got to listen.
Reek, you back. Thank you so much.
Yes. I want to piggyback off of what Brendan just said, Shannon. You have to listen. Listening, actively listening, and when you see your mate in that type of debilitating pain, you'll get it. It's a different type of pain. It's a different type of, baby, I want it to stop. Again, the excitement that you see in those videos, the recovery that you see now is all because of desirement of a better quality of life. And so yeah, you gotta listen.
So I do have another question, and again, this is hard for me because you feel like my little sister, but I'm sure people in the audience may have that question, or people who listening to the audio on the back end on all streaming platforms. So you had a hysterectomy, but it wasn't a complete hysterectomy, right? Because they left the ovaries.
Right.
So does that mean you can have more children if you chose to?
So no, I would be able to carry. My eggs, I believe, can be taken out and put in a surrogate, and then she will be able to carry. To my knowledge, I'm able to do that, but I physically will no longer be able to carry children. Yeah.
So Tim fit and shoot the club all up.
It's funny because I asked him, Shannon, and like we said, Shannon, transparency, you're my big brother. I called you. What did I say? I said, I got a new what?
She said, I got a new coochie.
I'm like, Shannon, I got a new vagina. I'm
So
so
listen,
excited
it was
because
like, it's weird when you hear that. It's like, so you on one side of your brain, you're like, oh, that's dope. What's a new coochie? On the other side, you're like, damn, that's little sis. That's
right.
that's my brother Tim fiance. We can't talk about this.
But and again, that's the excitement, and that's also
Right.
transparency, because somebody
Right.
else wants to know, where do those organs come out of? They came out of my vagina. There's like a in the video, snip, tuck, sear, and those things was pulled out. And no, my vagina wasn't reconstructed or anything. It's just funny that now this vagina won't be in pain. This is a happier vagina. This isn't one that it working
So
well.
does
It'll
that
work well
mean? So
when it's
does
that
that
time.
mean ultimately you're a virgin again?
Oh,
I mean, I feel like that's probably what that's saying. I feel like that's what's going on.
Brethren.
I feel like that's accurate.
yes. I have a question for the fellas here. This is addressed to you though, Miss Bright. What was it? Because I know psychologically you were going through some things. What was it that your fiance did that gave you the security that this man was going to rock out for you through this whole experience? So, I mean, evidently you guys are going to get married. So at some point in time, he did something that gave you that security as a woman. So do you mind sharing that with us, for some of us men to possibly copy and reduplicate?
That's a new one. Reduplicate.
Absolutely,
I love that
absolutely,
word.
Brethren. So initially, can you hear me?
Go ahead. You good?
Okay. So initially, and Tim, we're adults on here, and he can attest. Initially, when we met, the sex was plentiful, and it was a lot, and I was younger. And I think as I got older, things changed, and I wasn't as frequent. But because it always really was a really good quality grade A, Brethren, my brother, you love through that. He remembers that, and when you truly love a person and they're your person, you'll do anything. And I think for him to see the hurt in me during that time, or the pain, if you will, the mental breakdown, if you will, your person, they'll do what's necessary for you. So it depends on the man. Are you that man that will understand a woman who is going through some debilitating stuff? It wasn't always debilitating in the beginning. Things change. Uterus, things shift. Things happen. So I'm not sure if I answered you, but it depends on the type of man. It always wasn't like this. And things progressively got worse.
So that was a great question, brethren. Speaking from a medical standpoint, what are the long-term effects of the surgery, if any?
So early menopause, and that's a hormonal thing. I'm 39, so ideally around 50-ish, but that's genetics, so every woman is different. There are hormone replacement drugs you can take if you need them, if your mental starts to play on you, if you need hormone replacements, see your physician. Take care of yourself. That's part of wellness. The biggest thing that I've heard was the hormone piece. Other than that, just recovery, rest your body. Long term, the hormonal piece. I mean, that's what I've heard, researched. Sometimes you want to stay off of Google. Everybody's different. Again, I'm sitting here 6 days post-op. You wouldn't have known I had surgery in 7 days. days ago. Look like this, they may feel like this, they may not. Am I tired at times right now? Yes. But again, to go back to your question, long term, other than the hormonal piece, and not bearing children, yeah.
Okay. So here's another question. Why did you decide to let the surgeon film the surgery and share it with the world? Because it's on her TikTok.
Yeah.
Marche said more sex, no bleeding,
reasons.
and more sex. That was funny.
So it for educational purposes, what was causing my pain for all these years. I wanted someone to know that you're not alone. I necessarily didn't suffer in silence because I had Tim. My family knew. My immediate family knew. My jobs had to know because I would need to take off from work. I had like a standstill note in HR. Hey, listen, if the menstrual comes up, I'm excused. So that's how serious it was. It wasn't just, oh, she's got cramps. Shit was rough. So, yeah.
So we got a dope comment from Miss Holland again. She said, and as a woman, I can only imagine how not being able to sexually satisfy your man may impact your mental health. But as stated, when you are sturdy in your relationship, nothing can break it. Hashtag concrete rose. Brethren.
Yes. I'm not sure this.
And that's exactly. Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead.
So that's exactly right. Concrete Rose, that name I don't use it lightly. I've been through some things, and my jovial manner, it is what it is, but that doesn't mean that I don't know what struggle looks like. You have to persevere through things. Okay. And as a Concrete Rose, that's exactly what I did. The medication, the birth control methods, I was on a numerous of those, Shannon, to help with this condition that I have. So yeah, Concrete Rose is definitely a force to be reckoned with, and everybody has a Concrete Rose within them. They have determination, perseverance, beauty. Everybody has that within.
Brethren.
Yeah, my question was this. I'm not sure if I missed this, if it got caught up in a glitch or something. But my question is this: is it anything that could have been done on your part to prevent this, or it was just luck of the draw?
No, luck of the draw. It's just unfortunate that my menstrual was debilitating. Now, Keisha's menstrual, she may have no cramps. She may bleed for 3 days and be done. Right. Some men are able to run red lights. I couldn't have that going on. It wasn't one of those. But some women you can, and some women allow, and some women aren't in debilitating pain. So
understood. Thank you.
So we got about 10 minutes left. I asked the audience if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat before we get out of here. Sonia says, thank you so much. Tiffany gave you the purple heart. Marche said, yes, sis. Lisa said, thank you for sharing your story and being vulnerable. And guess who just stepped into the building? Angry
man Lammy.
Angry
What's
OG.
up, baby?
That's right. Angry OG just stepped into the building. Right now, OG, we are discussing Tireca's journey with endometriosis, her surgery, her recovery. She's doing remarkable for someone who had surgery not so long ago. And like I said, nothing can stop Miss Bright. She is unfreaking flappable. Miss Brown says, appreciate you, Queen. Lamont said, I was on 95 coming from the plantation. So yeah, again, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Dominique Godwin says, sending lots of love and positive energy your way. Praying God continues to cover you and heal you. First Last said, definitely grateful for you sharing your story. Tiffany Ann Dennis said, it takes a strong woman to get up here and speak about this. Thank you so much.
That part.
Yeah, so you getting the gratitude. Is there anything else about this journey that took you by surprise that you didn't anticipate, or was everything pretty much spot on?
I guess the recovery. It took me by surprise. I knew I wanted to feel better, big bro, and I didn't know, and I wanted it bad. Almost like a kid in the NBA. When you want something and you finally get it,
Right.
it's like glory. And I just wanted and thank you to all the women and men in the comments for your kind words and your well wishes. I wanted to bring attention and awareness to women's health and women's wellness. I'm not a doctor, so I don't use the word health, but wellness as a whole. Your physical, your emotional, and your mental health. It matters. And this journey was, I'm glad it's over. Like, I'm glad I won't be in pain anymore. That's what I'm happy about.
Jumpman says, he in the building.
My man, Jimbo.
Jimbo. Thank you. Marche says, great show. I appreciate all for being honest and giving people amazing. I'm so proud of you. Shout out to Bianca Monroe, Miss Foreplay with B, Thursdays at 9 on the Big Exclusive Network. She says, hey, everyone. We got 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Go ahead, brethren.
I do have a question here. Since both of you are on screen. No. Bring both of you back up. My question is this. When am I getting my candle?
Brethren, say less.
Is that the cupcake one she said give the brethren?
No, I got the cupcake one.
You just grabbed the random candle. See? Come on, man.
No, these was because I wanted her to start talking about her candles for the last few minutes of the show. And it's hard to focus.
I'm sorry. So that was a perfect segue then, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Perfect segue.
I'm waiting for my cupcake candle.
The cupcake candles are in the bag. Should grab me to one of the cupcake candles out of the bag hanging on the rack. So we lost her feed again. I'm not sure what's happening, but brethren, you absolutely will get your cupcake candle. Wouldn't burn brethren like that. I don't want that kind of smoke. I don't want you to have me in the basement tied up eating.
It's a cellar. I'm old school. It's a cellar.
That's a cellar. I don't want to be eating the cheap dog food that swell up.
We gave him bologna sandwiches today.
He had bologna. He had bologna sandwiches today. But here's the thing. Reek, go back. We do have a question for you, Reek. Can you hear us? Hello, Reek. Can you hear us? See, she watching it on the other tablet. She's not hearing it real time, so it's a delay. Look, she's gonna look up now. Told you.
Hello.
It's okay. The question is from First Last. She says, I have a question for later. I wonder how sex and orgasm changes after the surgery. We'll put a pin in that one. It's okay. The question is from First Last. Oh, I was expecting the brethren to say, oh,
I'm sorry. I was waiting for Tireca to speak.
I don't think, that's why First Last said it's a question for later, because I don't think she's
Shannon,
prepared.
can you hear me?
Yes,
we can hear. You gotta turn off the tablet because we're getting the feedback from it. Can you hear us? Yeah, she on tape delay. Watch this. Let me see. And put this on screen and see if she responds to this. Oh. Hey cousin, what's happening? Lamont Angry OG cracking up.
Naisha, save your mom. I seen that name before.
It's Niche Savvy Mom.
Oh,
Her
I thought it said
daughter's
save your
name is
mama.
Savannah. Call her Savvy. That's Savvy
Oh.
Mom. Yeah. Oh.
I went back and watched the shows, and she was grinding brethren up in the comments.
Yeah, it was the hair, brethren.
Oh, guess what? I figured out something. You notice my ears are showing today, right?
Oh.
You notice the ears are showing, right?
So wait, Tiffany Ann said, "Oh."
Oh.
She said, "Hey, Black Raven." So
It's
wait,
Power Time, Black Raven. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Big Exclusive.
so Serafina is here.
Serafina shall be arriving on the G5 tomorrow.
So, brethren, who split your wig if Serafina is still in Aruba?
No. See, I had went to Aruba,
Mm-hmm.
and she did my hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came back to Philly because we couldn't get her a green card. But then after the show, I went back to Aruba.
She lined you up.
She hooked me up. And then I'm going to bring her back Saturday because we got something to do Saturday.
Okay. Shout out to Serafina.
Notice?
Yeah, you can see, definitely can see the ears now, bro.
It is.
Is the flip still in the back? The flip up?
The flips might be a little down now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Flips might be a little down.
Great.
There she go. Look at that chocolate. Come on, baby. Talk to us.
So here's a comment I want to get to. Comes from Miss Deborah Tony Edwards. She said, as the neighbor to this phenomenal Black queen, I can attest to her strength, determination, and focus. I am amazed at her recovery process, although I shouldn't be. She is the definition of woman king. Thank you for sharing your journey.
We need more neighbors like that. Some neighbors don't even talk to you, let alone tell you their admiration for you. Salute to you, Miss Edwards.
Yeah, that was a beautiful message, Miss Edwards. So, Reek, the way I wanted to finish out the show, the lineup is like dope tonight. So after this, we take a short intermission. We come back with what do we come? Oh, the formula with Angry OG comes in at 8:00. So make sure you guys set your alarm. We're an hour away from the formula with Angry OG. I believe we the fellas are going to be on tonight. He has some great topics to talk about tonight, and the whole point behind the formula is to bring a better understanding and relationship between Black and brown, between the men and women of the Black and brown community. So I'm looking forward to that. It was a phenomenal job last week with the ladies. Great information was out there. I feel like we all learned something, got a better understanding of each other. And then directly after the formula is Wednesday night. You know what that means. We're going down that rabbit hole with Taj Mahal, Bianca Monroe, and Mr. Cheese, the Rabbit Hole 13, starting at 9:00. So it's an action-packed night on the Big Exclusive Network. Started off by the beautiful Miss Tireca Bright, owner, operator of Concrete Rose Candle Co. Also, just had surgery. She kicks off our Women's Wellness Wednesday series. I'm gonna try to make her like the host of this thing and invite different women. She doesn't know that yet. I just threw her under the bus right there. I'm hoping Wednesday night she can host Women's Wellness Wednesday, and we call in other women. Whether your experience is, whether you come in and talk about self-care, whether you come in and talk about, your experiences with different health issues and how you triumph, come in to actually encourage women, educate women. Women's health is very important. Wellness is very important, especially in our community. I don't think our women do enough self-care, so it's going to be super important. And I hope Reed ends up accepting that offer to host Women's Wellness Wednesday from 6 to 7 each and every Wednesday. We'll talk about it behind the scenes, but for the most part, I want to thank her for sharing her story. I'm not going to let her leave without talking more about her business.
Do y'all hear that?
What is it?
You don't hear a police radio? It went off now. I heard a police scanner while you was talking. There you go again. You hear it?
Yeah, that was Reek phone. She muted herself and it went away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Women's Wellness Wednesday would be phenomenal. Please do this. Let's see. Tony Carter says, I do. Dom hears it as well. So real quick, Reek, we're going to give you the floor before we go. I want you to talk a little bit about Concrete Rose Candle Co., where people can find it, what's next for it, and all the exciting things you have happening around your company.
Okay, so Concrete Rose Candle Co. Again, it's a year. We had our birthday this January 2023. We're 1 year old. So we launched last year. My goal is to have a brick and mortar in Ardmore or Bryn Mawr, PA. Thank you. That's my original stomping grounds, and I want them to make room for me. March. Shannon, I'm not sure if we should be talking about it, but that's something exciting that I'm working on as well. So guys, look out for the docuseries reality TV show that I'll be a part of. So Concrete Rose has some very exciting upcoming events. You can contact me for your candle making workshops. You can workshops. You and your boo thing want to do.
Bridget would love to attend a workshop.
Space. Again, Shannon, to have you. So yeah, we have some. I urge you guys to reach out. I have reach out via Facebook, Instagram. My website is under construction, but there are ways. There's email, concreterose@gmail.com. It's the name of the business @gmail.com. So there's ways that you guys can contact me, and I'll make sure I get your.
I guess I'm the only one that you can hear right now. Big, there you go.
Yeah, I can hear you, Brethren. Yeah.
As I was saying, you went out on that last part, but not to worry. Reek, whether she decides to host that show on Wednesdays or not, will be and is part of the big exclusive network family and is in the inner sanctum, in the inner fold. Her, Tim, and Stan, plus the two dogs. Okay. It's all one big happy family. And with that
We're
being
doing
said,
Wednesday. It's a go.
Say that again. Say that again.
In.
You locked in?
It's a go. You know, we're locked in. I feel like there's technical difficulties. Now you playing.
There you have it, There you have it, guys. The host of Women's Wellness Wednesdays, Miss Tireca Bright, just accepted it live on air. Everybody give her a round of applause. Drop a clapping emoji or 100 emoji right now in the comments. We're going to have to build the intro and the outro and the flyer and take some pictures and make this a thing. But
Shannon, you are wild. You are wild. You are something else.
That's what they tell me. That's what they.
Hey, listen,
I don't know why.
Listen, can this be contingent? Can this be contingent on
you getting that prepaid internet?
Yeah, getting Wi-Fi, like gig up, gig down speeds from Fios, fiber optics. We got to get you some high-speed internet, Reed. That whole thing just went right out.
Oh my God, Brethren, you didn't get none of that.
All I heard was, "Can this be contingent?"
And froze.
And that was it.
Just something like right there.
So we finished it off with you. Contingent on you not having prepaid internet, baby.
with that being said, Reek and I'll talk behind the scenes naturally.
It's just jokes, Tireca. I love you. It's just jokes.
Brethren,
Still right in here.
yeah. With that being said, brethren, thank you for stopping by.
Thanks for having
Women's Wellness Wednesdays and supporting Reek. Thank you for supporting the network. I'm glad
ladies, take care of yourself and check for lumps, ladies.
I'm
Take
glad
care of yourself
Poppy
and check
got
for lumps.
bologna sandwiches now. and he's
Bologna.
not eating- Bologna. I'm sorry. Brethren, side note. You got some fans out there, brethren.
Fans.
They calling my phone.
Oh, me?
If you listen, they want to get you to a private event.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Do I got to wear my chastity belt?
They would prefer if you didn't wear any belts.
Oh, they want brethren in his birthday suit.
Listen, bro. They on my phone, brethren, and I don't know what to tell them. So we're gonna talk behind the scenes.
Now. The word is gotten out. Brethren uses a lawnmower 4.0, and when you keep the grass trim, it makes the deck look bigger.
That being said, we'll see you guys next week. Women's Wellness Wednesday, hosted by Miss Tireca Bright, owner of Concrete Rose Candle Co. Make sure you guys grab some candles. Stick around. This is like an hour intermission. You have the formula coming on at 8 p.m. sharp, only on the Big Exclusive Network. Quickly followed by the Rabbit Hole 13 at 9 p.m. Please make sure you guys stick around. I can't wait to see you guys on the formula. I think Brethren and I are scheduled to be on the formula as well.
I was just about to say, Lamet, call my phone if you need me, player.
Well, I think we are scheduled. I don't know. I'm getting ready to call his phone. Everybody who tuned in, who shared, who liked, who gave us some algorithm loves by hitting the emoticons.
Hold up, Big Exclusive. 1 second. You ready?
Yeah.
Toodaloo.
Wait. That's how Brethren signs off. He wasn't supposed to sign off like that. Neither was Reek. But with that being said, thank you. You are all family. If you can hear the sound of my voice, I appreciate you. I love you. Remember to be kind and come back for Women's Wellness Wednesdays. And if you want to be a guest, inbox me, inbox Reek, inbox Brethren. Anybody you know at the station, please inbox them and let them know you want to be a guest on Women's Wellness Wednesdays, where it's about health, the overall health and well-being of women. So all topics are on the table. If it educates, inspires, or teaches, it's on the table for Women's Wellness Wednesdays. I hope to see y'all back next week. Thank you kindly.